Holy shit, this champ is fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do a little breakdown. I wanted to let's make a little bit of fun. Let's make it fun. Let's have some fun. I wanted to do a of the games we've seen, which is limited, very limited. Some teams have played 5 games, some teams have played 4 games. Let's have some fun. I want to make a just top 5 list of the games that we've seen so far in terms of like gameplay. And this is not like this is more like top 1. This is based on the game we've seen. This is not like how good they are as players. It's just that how much have they impacted the games that they've been forced to play. And some players have been in the position where they had to do less to win. Some players have played against worse opponents. Some players have played against tougher opponents. And we underline that with that. But let's have some fun. This always stirs up some discussion before we do, of course, the predictions. The predictions. Tomorrow we're going to do the World Championship as per usual on the G2 Esports stream. Twitch.tv, G2 Esports. G2 has graced me with their stream key. So I take over their stream and we stream the World Championship. Very fun, very fun. Very fun. Let's start off with a little top. How about top? Let's start with top. What have we seen with top lane so far? Honestly, I think that
Battle cruiser operational.
Sun Gom. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. For me, the number 1 has been Bin. Bin has been an absolute menace, honestly. Bin has been an absolute beast. I think that he's been fantastic, honestly. I think there's no other way to put it. I think it's like his fucking his gameplay around the K'Sante game, the Jax game. He's just such a menace. Like he has such a presence in the game, and he's just a highlight reel. Very tough to gank, very tough to break, has crazy CS per minute. He is like a dream top laner, especially since he's added K'Sante to the pool, you know. And in a world where tanks are not so prevalent, you know, bin stock is going up for sure. All right, who is number 2? Who is number 2? Let's think about the candidates, because I think Doran has been doing well. I think Doran should be in the top 5 for sure. I think our boy Zika should be in. Our boy Zika should be in somehow, in some capacity. I think 18 Kana for the new Rusty should not be in. That was just a bait. Broken Blade, I'm kind of sad with Broken Blade. Upset with Broken Blade. I think the Shy has been solid. Who 369 of course needs to be in. And then we have Charlie Keen. Adam has not been it. I think that no one else belongs besides these homies. Let's see. Zeus has been solid. Kiaya has been alright, but doesn't break through. So let me remind myself a little bit. Let me pull up the Leaguepedia. Let me see some of these games. I need to just get my brain juices flowing. So I think that Genji, I think that Doran did a very good job in all of the games that he played, honestly. I think that he did a fantastic job in all of the games that they played, but they did have some easier matchups. In particular, for example, this Genji T1 game, I think Doran really ran this game, let's be honest. Like he did a very good job in terms of managing his lane. And then he like solo killed Kai'Sa on side, had like insane base timers. Like Doran has been really good. I think this was really well played by Doran. I think the first initial game, like this one, is a bit of a blur to me. Because, yeah, it's a Genji versus Jump. I think that in this series as well, I think there was a heavy top gap. But I think that the mid gap was greater, you know? I think the mid gap was greater. But I think by this merit, I think that it makes sense for me to put Doran above Zeus, that's for sure. The Shy did have some ints that I remember. Definitely like some ints that I remember, but in general he's been solid. When it comes to Damon's matchups, it's like they had this game right. G2 versus Damwon. Not Damon, sorry. Weibo. I'm looking for Weibo. This one, he ran it down, right? I think that he ran it down in this one a little bit, but he was also like the second best player, I think, on Weibo. Because I think Crisp and Light and of course Zhao had a rough one. I think he was second best player. And then I think Weiwei was the best. Like his Vi almost carried that game. And I think that the Shy did a fine job. And then we had additional games. KT versus Weibo as well. I think that he was solid this one, but nothing that stood out. Yeah. My inclination right now is to be somewhere in this sphere. Let me do a run through of the LNG games. The LNG games, the first one, Camille, I think that he was a bit of a non-factor in that one. It was kind of a tough draft to play. I think in this one, he smurfed out of his mind. I think this game, Zika played insanely good. This was a beautiful game from Zika. Like he tanked ganks and he was super far ahead, like massive CS advantage over Kisante. This was really, really good performance. And then LNG here, I think that the Aatrox was massive and he's playing Kisante and he had a fine CS situation, but I don't think that, anything had to do with Zika in this one. Sometimes you play games and this game, for example, doesn't get decided by how Zika plays, but 369 on the Aatrox, pushing that top wave, he was really fantastic in this game. I think for me it makes sense. For me it makes sense to put 369 on the second place. And I feel like I have to do something like that. And now the question is, who did I put last year? Let me take a look at the T1 games, because T1 has only beaten North Americans. And this Rumble game was well done, right? I think that also Foodgate didn't play too bad. I think that Oscar played good games against Bin and Zika. I think that he survived well, but I think that he didn't necessarily do anything that stood out to me. So I can't put Oscarinian above anybody else that is on the list, even though I think Oscarinian is probably the best performing Western top laner. Right? That could be a fun list to do at the end of this, just a Western player tier list. We should definitely do that one. And then we had the Jace, which I think at times was a liability because he got killed on side. So I think that... and then Keen, let me remind myself of Keen games. What did we have for Keen? What did Keen do at this World Championship? What did Keen do? So Keen had the Aatrox game where I think that he got sold by his team. Definitely. I think that the next matchup that they had was this one, and I didn't think that KT was standout at all. I think that he did lane better than Bruder Musa's top, but I think Kana is heavily underperformed. And then of course we had KT versus who? KT versus Weibo. This was also a relatively quiet game, I think. But the last one is harder here to fit. I think here you just kind of pick your poison, because I think there's arguments against all of them. Let me just double check now who Weibo played against. Because I think the Shy played played fine in this game. He just got griefed. I feel like I want to put the Shy. I'm gonna put the Shy here, guys. I'm gonna put the Shy here. Honorary. Honorary, oh, how do you say it? Honorary mention. Is that a word? Honorary. right. Honorable. I guess honorable. Yeah. Honorable mention. All right, let's continue. Let's do jungle. Jungle?
Battle cruiser operational.
Jungle, jungle, jungle. Canyon, I haven't been too excited about Canyon. I think that, you know, we need to put the usual suspect, Kanavi, Tarzan. Owner has been weird to me. I think that he deserves a mention because I think that he played really good against C9. He smoked. I think that honestly, Weiwei has been insane, bro. Weiwei has been crazy. Weiwei might be my top one. He might just be my top one. Weiwei might be my top one, ladies and gentlemen. I think that he has done so much. Weiwei, it's like, I think it would be something like this. I think it would be something like this. Pioshik, I think Pioshik played quite poorly against Gam besides the Kindred game, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Who's gonna be my fifth? Who am I forgetting here? Who am I forgetting? Shun. I'm forgetting Shun. What did Shun do in his games? What did Shun do in his games, guys? Shun. Shun. Why am I going here? Match history. Shun Maokai? Shun Vai? Shun Sejuani? That game was just lost instantly, so that wasn't really gaming. This game. It's been alright. It's weird because like he's done what he's supposed to with what he has. Don't forget the Kazakhs. That is fucking true, actually. That is true, ETMQ. I think you're right. Thank you for reminding me, my friend. That is well done. Thank you. That is a fair point. And that's why I read chat. For the occasional gems. He did play Kazakhs. He did play Kazakhs. He did play Kazakhs. I think, honestly, Razork is an honorable mention. I wonder if I should put Razork higher. Because I'm low-key feeling it. Razork has been so important. I feel like Razork has made Fnatic very, very competitive. Let me remind myself of the other Fnatic games. Yeah, like the LNG game, right? The flash on top. That was pretty poor from Razork. He had like a good this game, good this game. So it's hard, man. It's hard. I regret doing this. I really regret inviting doing this shit, man. This is such a mistake. Yeah, him not flashing did lose the game. Let's remove the top laners, guys, to make this for visibility's sake, okay? Let's remove the top laners so it doesn't look so crazy. Fuck it. Let's leave it like this. It's not that serious anyway, guys. It's not that serious. It's like we are judging them off of 3 games. We're judging them off of 3 games. It's not that serious. We're just having fun. Okay, we're just having fun. We're just having fun. Alright, mid laners. For me, the number 1 has to be the Chovester. Chovy's number 1 for me. As this comes from a person that put Scout number 1. Keep this in mind. You come here first time chatting, posting your op.gg, man. Eat my ass. Chovy number 1. I would put Scout second. Let's find him. Scout, where are you? Scout! There you are. I'll put Scout second. And then I think Knight third. Where's Knight? They're easy. This one is easy, right? The top 3 is easy. Can you elaborate on why Scout over Knight? I think that Knight has been very insane in fights, but I think that sometimes there's some lane phases where I imagine that his numbers should be higher, you know, based on what I know about the matchup. Based on what I know about the matchup. Even though Scout has been incredibly clutch in a lot of fights. I think Scout just has been forced to carry more weight, you know? Alright, who's 4 and 5 now? So I think an honorable mention, like for sure Showmaker should be considered. Showmaker should be in the conversation. I think Caps should be considered, but Caps has that, you know, little caveat on him, you know? He played 2 great Orianna games and then he fucking got smacked by Chovy, you know? But I think that without Caps, I think that they wouldn't have won against DK, and I don't think they would have won against Damwon either. But then he has those 2 games. You know, I think the Tristana game was fine. The Tristana game was fine, honestly. I think Tristana game was fine. And I think just game 4 is the one that is really, you know? The Tyler game was definitely a nightmare. So Xiaohu, let's mention Xiaohu as well. What Xiaohu has done this tournament. Like Xiaohu is getting a lot of flack, you know? Xiaohu is getting plenty of flack. Let's go back to the world's main event. So what did Weibo do so far? It's sad for Weibo because it's like the Xiaohu game here. It's like Xiaohu has not shown much. I feel like Xiaohu and Yagao has shown a lot less than what I've seen in summer, you know? I don't think they've shown much. I really don't think so. I think honestly Caps, it's like, I think Caps and Showmaker, those are my guys. BDD has been very underwhelming too, honestly. It's like, I think this is the way. BDD had one good Nico game, but I think he had two stinkers. The Nico game was really insane. Nico game was really, really insane. Look at BDD matchups. But I saw how he was playing, you know? I saw how he's playing. Like, he was doing a lot of, like, insane mistakes. Baker. Who else are we missing? Where's Yagugu? Yagugu. Yagugu. Where are you, Yago? Can't see you. Next to Berserker. Oh. There is. I think Yagao has been quite boring. I think Fake has been fine. It's like T1 players are in a weird spot because it's like draw-wise, T1 has been very happy, you know? It's like T1 played against TL, and then they played against Genji, and they got rolled and smoked like a blunt, and then T1 played C9. And I can't rate Faker for that, you know? It's like Humanoid has also not been like up to par. I think that I can't offer them an honorable mention. I think this is it. I think this is it. Faker, Grill, Chovy, and Lane. Bro, I'm so easy to one guy. I am so easy to one guy. Here we go again. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Corn Peanut. We're getting that in. Macaulay, his impact's going to be low. We're going to start this one.
He got blue buff and first blood. When all Chovy wanted was a push out.
Punished, but Faker very
instead he has a Kha'Zix.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do with mid-prio.
They go sicko mode.
Support is also going to come down into the mid lane. Or come up, I should say. As now Keria is here. He's got a combo going. As the Red 6 NG is not this one off.
impact's going to be low.
And then he bases on Lost Chapter, son. With blue buff. We're not blaming him. You cannot blame Faker for this game. Oh. Who's blaming Faker for this game? Who's blaming Faker for this game? Point is, like,
Flat.
Half health, love.
Faker, like Akali,
Doesn't amount to too much.
I'm going to take it out. It's
having like fine conditions when that was a state of mid.
But he's definitely aware there was a possibility, but still.
I think is pretty commendable to Chovy.
In terms of turret plates, has been pretty even so far. So even though T1
Has been mid-game.
And the thing is, it's like Faker dying on side, okay? So Faker ran it down here. This play, he ran it down. Here he ran it down.
Looking for an opportunity.
wait, this is the same spot. I saw
Here
this
he ran it
already,
down,
but
plain and
was,
simple.
Kaisa, but Faker
Alright.
says, I am
He gives shutdown, he dies, he ran it down, burns flash, okay?
It looked
Faker.
On the top situation, I think T1 as a whole run it down. We have reviewed this immensely, but here T1, they are taking control of the wrong space. They need to be in river and they need to take control over everything. So here you can say Faker's hinting, but the thing is he needs to have cover to push this wave. Macro wise, Alistar, Kaiser, and Javan are doing absolutely nothing. They are not accomplishing their job right now. Because in this moment, they take the prio and owner covers. And in this moment, Alistar and Javan just need to stay in this spot and defend Orianna, but they don't, right? So it's like here you can argue it's Faker's fault, it's their fault. It's like it's T1's fault. Because I think here just owner and Korea don't know how to play the game.
It's really great to see T1 utilize the pressure.
That's like the timing. Look at the timing here. Okay, look at the timing.
It's really great to see.
This is just beautiful from Chovy.
T1 utilize the pressure they have here on top side to threaten the Baron as well as that turret.
And as a final note, whoever is trying to tell me that Kha'Zix was a useful pick this game, that's crazy to me. Right. Right. I think this is it, guys. I think this is the list. Let's keep this. I think that we need like, of course there's more volume to be had, I think BDD had a really good Nico game. I think that Humanoid's been okay. I think Yagao has been underwhelming. Xiao has been underwhelming. Fake has been okay, you know, but a very small volume, things can very change, you know, change very fast. 80 carry. Honestly, this one's a little bit harder because I think Elk has been absolutely crazy. I think Elk has been mental. Elk has been nuts. This is Elk, right? Am I crazy? This is Elk? I don't know how. This is Elk, yeah? With the glasses? This is Elk. Okay, we put Elk up there, and then we need to find Gala. Gala. There's Gala. There's Gala. Pays. Ruler. And then who else? Light does not belong on my list. That's for sure. No Light. Gumayushi. Oof, Gumayushi has been very underwhelming. Aiming. Now that's a shout. Aiming has been good. Aiming deserves to be in the top. For sure. Where's Aiming? Aiming. There he is. I think this is solid. This is solid. Now let's order them. Let's order them. The thing is, it's like the issue is, it's like Ruler moves with such class, and just because Ruler is not playing perfect, I am judging him worse. The thing is, Ruler has had a good performance, but not like a Ruler turbo performance. But also Ruler's team is so much better, but bro, what are we saying? What are we saying, okay? What are we saying? Like, which one of these players doesn't have a good team? It's like Aiming is if anything, right? But it's like it's Genji, it's LNG, it's Bilibili. Like they all have great teams. The thing is, I want to put Elk in the Xayah game and the Tristana game were absolute monster. Really insane. I think Elk and Bin really carried Bilibili. They really did. But the game against JDG, he didn't get to show much, and it wasn't it, you know? So Ruler is his dad. The thing is, Ruler had to play against LNG, and he had to play against fucking Bilibili. I think that JDG, like, Ruler got solo killed by Gala, yes. But it's like I can't move Ruler away. I can't move Ruler away, man. I think I can remember 3 mistakes that Ruler did. I remember 3 mistakes that Ruler did. But then it's like, Am I judging Ruler more harshly because Ruler is Ruler? Thing is, Elk played 3 games. Don't forget that, guys. He has played 3 games. Ruler has played 5. Gala has played 5. Now you're judging him less harshly because you're thinking about judging him harshly. Maybe. I had a crazy Kalista game. Thing is, Elk smurfed the Xayah game, smurfed the Tristana game. But that's what's up. I think this is a good list, guys. I think this is a good list. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think this is it. Why Pays so low? It's not low. This is really not low. It's like Pays hasn't had to do much. And he's played solid. But he hasn't had to do much. And sometimes that's the game. Sometimes that's the game. That's not Pays' fault. It really isn't Pays' fault. It's like Elk was put in some sweaty games due to his teammates. But that's it. It's like Elk was put in some sweaty games. We don't know how the other AD carries would execute in those sweaty ass games. Okay, I'm happy with my list. Yeah, Pays didn't have to show much. Alright, let's do support, guys. Alright, so we need to find Delight. Because Delight has been fantastic. So we have Lehens here, Hung, Crisp. Let's see who else is here. Keria. What else we got here? Delight, there he is. Killin. Anyway, I'm Missing. I think Missing has been phenomenal. Bro, Missing has been great, man. And like, I think this is my top 3. This is my top 3. I think these 3 players have been fucking amazing, by the way. Amazing. I am so happy to see. Like when I see these players' faces, I get so happy. Wow, I get so happy. I get so happy. The rest of the boys, the rest of the gang. All right. So Kelly, no way. Hung has been kind of a passenger. Let's be honest. I have no memory of Hung. No memory here. No memory here. I don't know what's happening here. Crisp, man, bro. If all you play is Leona, bro, I'm done with you. If all you play is Leona, I'm done with you, man. Done with you. I'm done with you. I think Keria, I think it's the macro thing. The macro thing for T1 really stands out to me. Really stands out to me, bro. He got so rolled. But Keria had the juicy Bard game. And bro, when people pick Bard, it's like I pick him. I have Bard in my pick him. I have Bard in my pick him. You know? I have Crystal Ball, Bard. I need some Bards. I appreciate the Bard. But let's see now. Lens has been solid. Here it's like, bro, we could just flip a coin, bro, at this point with these three players. Because a combination of these three players somehow should be up here. On has done some goofy ass shit. On has done some goofy ass shit. I'm gonna be honest. On has been goofy. On has done some goofy. He's been goofy. Disney copyright goofy. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Bro, no one gets fourth. We need a little gap. That's what's up. We need a gap. These three is same question as these three, you know? Like these three is the same. Like it's the same. It's the same. I feel like Knight has been worse than Scout and Chovy. Like he's had some crucial like gameplay and fights, bro. Like, bro, the Knight is such a fucking menace when it comes to the fights, bro. It's absolutely insane. Let me show you some moments. We have JDG versus LNG game 1 as an example, bro. Like, bro, this game,
and that is the Rift Herald. Actually, maybe contested still.
Wait, this is fucking LPL. Look at this game, bro. Just look at Knight.
Everyone is going to do their job.
Good as Knight. Also a.
Look at this game, okay? Look at this Rift Herald fight, okay?
Side lanes is red.
It's like when I look at the CS numbers, it looks a little bit underwhelming, you know? Underwhelming. This is the thing that holds me back from Knight, you know? But then you look at this fight, bro. Look at Knight in this fight, bro. Look at Knight.
Diving in, there's the Hextech ultimatum.
Look at Knight's fight, bro.
Connectors, Konami taking down a half health. 369
flashes over the wall. Boom.
As Camille is solo, that is first blood going over to Knight to start this one up. Hung should be the next one on the menu, and there it is.
Keeps the basics going.
Down, missing.
And then look at this Nash fight.
Of trying to play.
Look at this Nash fight right here.
Missing at it.
Let's see how they respond.
Look at this Nash fight.
As to what's going on now, they do.
Look at this Nash fight.
Does fly in, but on your team, the orb is now trying to keep them in check, but Konami locks down
gets
the
stopwatch, and then the R flash, boom, finds them all, baby mama Juju. Baby mama Juju. That whole time he was just autoing, man? What do you mean? What do you mean he was just autoing? What do you mean he was just autoing?
6 off it. Timing. Ramp and a finish.
Leech is already. Zika's diving in. There's the Hextech ultimate.
He's just autoing. Look, he gets a flash over the wall. Into the ult. Into the kill on Camille. He's just autoing. He's been solid. He's been solid, guys. He's been solid. Scout was better in this BO. Well, the Scout is above him on my list. I think Chovy is first, though. Chovy has been a little bit, has been fantastic. All right. That's the tier list. Let's do some predictions. Let's do some predictions, guys. Let's do some LOL esports predictions. Let's do some predictions. But first, let's drop some hot analysis. C9 on their journey so far in terms of the games that they've played. in terms of the games that they've played, let's take a look at C9's journey. C9 beat Mad Lions in a fantastic, fantastic fashion. Good connection with Talia and Sven on the Alistar. They did a good job. Hilly was roaming when his team wasn't roaming. Chasey lost his advantage that they built up for them, and then Ezreal got solo killed on bot, and then Syndra got solo killed on side. Really good game here from C9, good macro, good gameplay. Good start of the tournament for C9. C9 then continued their journey on to LNG, where honestly they were quite competitive. This was a competitive match. I don't think this game, I think C9 had some moments, and it got to a certain point where it was dramatic. It's like LNG, in fact, needed to get a miracle kick. Miracle kick. Miracle kick, guys. Absolute miracle of a kick to get them back into the game.
Never underestimate this.
Let me show you.
Apparently, that was bizarre. Maybe there was
Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. So the game state is really good for C9. Boom. They have Nash. Sure, Energy has soul points, so there's not a lot of room for mistakes here. But you know, C9 are hanging on and doing a good job. They were outscaling. I don't think that they scale worse than in every role. Like LNG outscales pretty fucking hard. There's no room. There would be no room for for mistakes here for blue side. They get giga outscaled. But look at this kick. Boom! And then I always get confused because this R animation from Jax looks like he pops E. Boom. And then after such a crucial kick and team fight, there's no returning. But it's like, I just wanted to highlight this, that, you know, C9 were competitive. But then C9, you know, the game that everybody remembers the most is this T1 C9 game. But I think this game was so fucking lost in draft. So lost in draft. Props to Owner. Owner had one of the better games we've seen from Owner from a long time. But why on earth are you picking Belvet here? This is disgusting. This is a terrible Belvet spot. Someone told me that in the mic check, C9 mic check, they actually highlight who calls for... Where is it? Man, it's impossible to find. There we go. Apparently...
Can you ask?
Apparently, they show audio from Champion Select.
Yeah. I'll take Velvet here. I'm confident. I want to play it.
Go ahead.
So fucking OP. I'm gonna like Velvet is fucking OP this game.
If you want to play Velvet.
Blabber. Oh no. Oh no.
Just pick Velvet. Just pick Velvet. It's like so fucking OP versus their champs, except for Jarvan. We should pick Velvet here. I'm confident. I want to play it.
Go ahead.
Velvet? Yeah. I can smite this. Get you 6. Look. No flash. Oh, it's up now, actually. Abi?
All right. So I think this one, I don't want to judge C9 too harshly on this one. I think C9 as a team, I think that they still have solo laners that overreach in terms of how good they are. I think that Foodgear has had a decent tournament. Even though this game was like really, really rough for him. I think that Foodgear has a decent tournament. I like MNSK Sante. I think that was nice. I think that Berserker has played well, and I think that Sven plays better than usual on engaged supports. I think that's a glow up, right? And I think that the advantage C9 have, I do think that their bot lane, just because of Berserker against Noah, I do think Berserker is a way better performer than Noah. But I do also think that games are going to be less decided by ADs as Xayah is going to be banned and a lot of ADs are going to go deeper. But I think Berserker could find edges in playing the Draven, and he can actually like put the screws to Noah. I do think that Berserker is much better than Noah. On the other side, I do think that Razork is the better performer. Like, when I think about Blabber versus Razork, I do think that Razork is the better performer there. I do think that Humanoid is a better player than MNS. And I think that MNS doesn't do well against players that lane well, because I think that's where MNS shows his biggest strength. I think that Oscarinin, what I like about Oscarinin is the fact that he plays Poppy, man. It might sound crazy, but I think the top laners that do play Poppy and also play Rumble definitely have a good time at this tournament, and I think Oscarinin is that guy. If we look at Fnatic's journey so far, they played against LNG, and this was a game that was not so competitive due to the top dive situation, and then like LNG mid jungle just really took over the game. This was not a competitive game at all. And then the continuation, Fnatic versus GAM, this was pretty straightforward for them, even though that GAM, you know, they made some mistakes in the early game and Fnatic was quite inaccurate. And then the final game that Fnatic played here, this of course was winnable, I think. This was definitely winnable, I think. They excited lack of damage, but that's what happens if you pick Akali. I don't think that tier 2, tier 3 teams should play Akali. This is only a tier 1 champ type of pick, because Fnatic made so many mistakes in terms of fighting on moments when Akali can push and farm, and then Akali died on the turret against Tristana. Trimby was engaging on mid as well. Like, I think that there was many cases where Fnatic threw, and you're not allowed to do that with Jax. Yeah, I mean with Akali against Jax. I think that this was a very bad game for Fnatic, you know. Like, if you pick Akali, you can't make mistakes. You can't. You're not allowed to make mistakes, really. It's like, look how good Chovy needs to play in order to win games on Akali, you know. It's really something else. So it's like, I think that C9's bot lane has more depth, and I think that C9 has showcased that they are very good at connecting jungle and support in the limited sample size. But I do think the biggest edge that C9 has here is the fact that they are... It's like Fnatic and C9 are the second seed, and C9 were drawn first. So they have side selection. That's how it worked, right? Whoever gets drawn first by the Magic Silk Sackman will, of course, be the side selector in a case where the seed is the same, because this is seed 2, okay? I think that Fnatic, macro-wise, will do better against a team like C9, and I want to give Fnatic a slight edge. I think that individually in top jungle and mid, I think that they are slightly better, and I think that's where it's going to matter a little bit more. I do think it's going to be a very close game, close matchup. I think the fact that C9 got first side select is very big. What should be the standard ban in these games? I wonder, it's like what I'm concerned about when it comes to C9, because I think that they could be a much better team if they thought less of themselves. That might sound really crazy, okay? But having awareness of how good you are and what strengths you have, you could easily sharpen your most dangerous spear, okay? If this team really became the team that focused on highlighting Berserker, I think that this team would have won NA very easily. But instead we have moments where it's like Fudge is inviting the Rumble when he's playing Jax. You know, that's a very dangerous matchup to play, you know, but this is Fudge who he is as a player. He's the guy who's willing to bust out the Fiora, and he wants to challenge players, right? And that's fair play, you know. I think that's a good approach to have, you know. That's a good mentality to have. But when it comes to the short term about winning games, I think that things like that can be dangerous. We saw that as well with the Bel'Veth lock-in, you know. It's like, where are you going with this Bel'Veth? Where are you going with this Bel'Veth in this game, you know? Where are you going, son? So I think C9 is held back by that. I think C9 is held back by that. I think Fnatic, they are a lot more aware of their weaknesses, you know? But the fact that Fnatic starts here on red side, I think that like we're going to have, like, I wouldn't be surprised if in the first game we will see like a Kalista ban for Fnatic, Xayah ban for Fnatic, and then they're going to play the game. So I think Fnatic has a slight edge in terms of gameplay, but C9, the fact that they are blue side, it makes them more dangerous. And I think Fnatic has to ban Xayah Kalista. And then we have to see how the trades pan out for like Maokai, Rumble, Kaiser. So we have to see. I would love to see like Kog'Maw Braum, honestly. I would love to see Kog'Maw Braum. Let's take a look at the other matchup, Mad Lions vs Weibo. I don't think there's a lot to chew on here. I think that Weibo is just a stronger team. I've seen way too little from Chasey. It's like the harsh words that I have for Chasey is that I think with the performance we've seen since summer and also at the World Championship, I don't think Chasey will stay too long in Mad Lions. He needs to really step up. I think that Hilly takes too much time to warm up in the game. And I think that Mad Lions are struggling. I think that this is not the best meta for Niski as well, and Mad Lions are having a hard time. I think that Weibo is just going to be better. In regards to the other matchups, I think that we will do a deeper breakdown of them when the time comes, but just quick ones, quick hits. Damwon, I think LNG is better than KT, I think Damwon's better than Gum, I think the G2 is better than NRG, and I think the Bilibili is better than T1. Call me LPL lover. It is what it is. Dr. Evil. The issue is Bilibili. Bilibili has a sub 20% win rate in scrims, bro. G2 had the same 2019 when they made World Finals. It's not that deep.